be light. Let there be heat. Ah, yes.
Gotta go get water. Hey, chick. Hi, baby girl. How you? Let's go get a drink. It's 8 degrees this morning. It's about normal for this time of year. What's not normal is the snow. Usually by now there's a foot and a half or so of snowpack. It's a whole lot easier when I can just scoop snow. Yeah. It's iced in. Oh yeah, good and hard too.
My name is Michael Nelms. 20th of March, 2004. I woke up one day and found out that I was homeless and penniless. I had 2 horses, a dog, and some camping gear. I went to the mountains instead of the bridge. You can pick any bridge in any city and live with any number of my fellow Americans. But I chose to pick a certain tree in a certain canyon and live alone with this person that I have become.
The hardest times are when the creeks froze just about solid and no snow at all on the ground.
Tick's my dog. She's an Akita, 90% Timberwolf, 10% Husky.
When we come up here, we had the horses, Rebel and Storm. 3rd year, we lost them. Now it's just Tick and me. She's all I got. And I'm all she's got. Yeah, at least we've got somebody.
August 1st, 1956. I was born. I was born a bastard. My father, German. My mother, Irish and Indian. I'm the reason he had to marry her. My grandmother, on his side, raised 5 beaters, and 3 of them were also rapers, and my daddy was one of those. When my mother put her foot down about his treatment of her children and herself, she found herself with 4 children and no way to support them. We were put on a bus or on the train every year to our father's house. Instead of the belt, he used his fist on me. At 15, I left. Hitchhiked. I met Ed and Judy Nelms. They offered me a place to live, the opportunity to go back to school. I ended up taking their name, too. After graduating high school, I moved out, and I left them behind. Hardly a word of thanks. Another scar on my soul. Tick and I need meat in our bellies.
All right, you dog. Nope, this way. Let's go. Let's go stick some snares out. Tick and I use this trail every day. We walk it. You can see the tracks in here. Snowshoe hares. Let's see. Yeah. I've got a couple of good saplings. I'm going to use these wire snares on here. This is a good spot. They're coming from underneath these deadfall back in here. It's a good run. Of course, that's no guarantee of anything. Only guarantee in life. So we're going to leave it dead. No, man. Oh, that'll break your finger right off. Dinner is served, snowshoe hare. Now every day, twice a day, in the morning, first thing, and then in the afternoon, before nightfall. Run it again, see what you caught. You gotta leave it out there for a little while, but if it don't catch nothing, well, you can move it. Look at all that. Man, that hurts that tooth. All right, girly girl, you can get back up there and get back to work.
This is basically the cabin. One man alone out here with no help, and no cranes, no power equipment. It was a lot of hard physical labor, but obviously I did it, and it's been my home ever since. I've left the screen of saplings all the way around. There's only one way that you can come into the cabin that you can see it before you're within 5 feet of it. You can't even see it. And you walk. Now you can start seeing it. And here you are. The cabin. That's today's lie. Somebody comes across me. The question would of course be, what are you doing out here? Well, this is a mining claim. I hate to mislead. This is not a mining claim. But I cannot risk being found out here. They would immediately take me out of here. I couldn't and wouldn't live under a bridge. That's why I'm here. See my door handle? Just slides from the inside. This is how I drop my trees, right here. I like this axe. It feels good in my hand. And I can cut some wood with this. Do your cutting. It's got it's really sharp too. It's got good teeth there, real good teeth. This is just an old lead. It's good heavy cotton rope and good snaps, and just a big ring that I put over it. And then I would lasso the end of the log. And I would actually drag the log myself. Right here is a spike. And right here is a spike. You can see back in here, this log right here is the one that's the upright. The logs are spiked to that upright. I stretched the ropes between these 3 trees and I had a block and tackle. And that's how I lifted the top logs into place. I had 6 cases of spray foam. You can see it just each log. That's how I did the insulation. I did have to finish up with mud, and you can see some more mud back in here. That's how the chinking goes. Mud and grass and stuff it in the cracks. I put poles down on the roof And then I put a tarp down. Then I put soil on top. 4 layers of tarp, 4 layers of soil. Sod roof, basically. Number 10 cans. I've cut both ends out of them. And that's what I use to keep the rats out. Because the rats got up in there the first winter and they chewed holes in my tarps. This one's sticking up right here, my rope. This is where I take my shower, right here. Here's my brush, my little shower nozzle, and my rope here. I just hang my black shower bag. Only works in the summer though, on hot days. Certainly doesn't work now when it's freezing. Cabin sits on public land. I suppose right now would be a chance to ask the public. Kind of late. I'm just using a very, very small portion of our land here. Taking care of it. I don't trash it out. I'm just living. That's all I'm doing.
Up ahead here is part of my trap line. Check them again. All the years I've been running my trap line, I've only caught 1 snowshoe during the day. All right. Snowshoe. Little one, good deal. It's a small one, but that's about what size they are this time of year. Yeah, baby girl. We got dinner. Today's catch. Yes, you're hungry, aren't you? She knows she's going to get to eat. Here. Good girl. I always try to make it as clean of a job as I can, especially when you're on a bigger animal, deer or an elk. You can get real messy real quick. And I like to try to keep it clean. Actually, this is a good sized one. I've caught many that are smaller than this. Take this inside here. I already got some water. Tick and I will get 1 meal. Actually, I'll get 1. Tick will get 2. She'll get everything I just cut off it. All the guts and the skin and everything. Good girl. Eat good. Good girl. You want these now? Good girl. Eat good. She's so hungry. So am I. We got some meat. Finally got something. That's a piece for Tick. We split everything right down the middle. Tick and I do. Alrighty then. And that's about it. I always rinse it off twice. I'll go ahead and stick this in a fry pan with some hot grease, some salt and pepper, a little bit of that flour, and make this a good meal. Oh man, when it's cold, get those hands wet. That's my fat finger syndrome. Too many times of freezing and then thawing, freezing and then thawing. Let's see, 32 degrees. Good girl. Good girl. Get your bone. Get your bone. Get it. Yeah, good girl. Shake it all out, girl. These are all her areas, her nests. She comes out from back here, comes through, and she'll nest here, she'll nest over here, and you can see this area right in here. Oh, am I so glad to see a piece of meat in there. Man, it'd be really nice to have a piece of meat for Christmas. Let's see what we can't do between now and then. Still out every day hunting, carrying my rifle. There's nothing new as far as tracks at all.
I was raised to be one thing and one thing only, paycheck. Spent 23 years in the automobile business, and all I did was work. Got married, and she became lonely because I was never home. Wasn't a very good husband. She ran off with my baby daughter, Sarah Nicole. She's over 30 years old now. I believed man and woman were supposed to be mated, so I tried again. Still in the car business. By then I had built up to sales manager, 12 and 14-hour days. For 4.5 years, didn't even take a vacation. Made very good money. Was never home. Was not a very good husband. So she left me also. I tried one more time. She wouldn't marry me. At that point I was in real estate. As a statement of love. Signed myself off the deed. Of course I couldn't sign myself off the mortgage. Took out the titles to all the vehicles, ATVs, horse trailers, everything. Signed them all over to her. But old Daddy, he always said I was no good. So subconsciously I sought out people in my life that would further that thought by doing exactly what they did. Treating me like trash. Very soon here, it will be 7 full years of homelessness here.
I don't know what to do, except just get out every day and keep on hunting. Have not seen one track today, except snowshoes and other rats. There should still be game here, but that 3-foot snowfall spooked them all out of the country. And then it's been sunny for 3 weeks since. About a week and a half ago, right here. This was all a foot deep in snow. Now, just keep on working at it. I've never seen them come back, but I've never seen a winter like this one. About a half an hour ago, I lost a tooth. This one, right here. Cute, isn't it? Now I'm down to 7. Did a lot of bleeding when it first come out. Who knows how much longer I'll have what I got. Kind of hard to eat with just 7 teeth in front on the bottom. And busted out like they are. Beautiful day. Let's stop whining about my life and enjoy the day. The sunshine is beautiful. Really beautiful.
Today's one of those days. Anniversary day. Storm's birthday. My horse, Stormy Boy. As his mama gave the hard push, I gave the gentle pull. Before his hooves hit earth, they were in my hands. Before that animal touched anything else outside of his mama, touched me. And the last thing that animal touched was me. Storm was my puppy on a string. The 26th of December, day after Christmas. A rebel. Been laying down on the ice. He fell down on the ice. And he laid there all night. and he melted all the way through the ice, the snowpack. And he was laying on a cold, frozen ground. A pool of snow melt that had already started refreezing. And he was locked in the ice. I had to blow his brains out, take him out of his suffering. Energy of the sun and the nutrients of the earth gave his body life. And in his death, his body gave me life. I should say Tick and I. He kept us alive that year. I don't come over here much. Still bothers me. Anyway. Back in the old man's time, the mountain man of old, he left civilization behind and rode off the ragged edge of the map into the vast unknown wilderness. Some of them helped each other build their cabins. One of them would drop one off in his valley, and then they would trap and winter over in different parts of the wilderness. Come down from the mountains once a year and go to rendezvous, and he would find out so-and-so didn't come back. So-and-so went to the big sleep. The little sleep is winter. The big sleep is death. Some of them went insane. Some of them committed suicide. Or 2 or 3 of them would winter over together, and one of them would kill the others, strip down and just walk outside one night in the minus whatever degree temperatures and just sit down with his back against the trees. Wouldn't take long. Just a few minutes of that intense cold, what I call killing cold. How cold have you ever been? Just thought I'd show you what I'm looking at this morning. Near whiteout conditions. I believe today's Tuesday. Started snowing Sunday morning. It snowed pretty much all day Monday. And here it is Tuesday. Late morning. Tick and I have already run the trap line. Nothing. Of course, everything's buried. The government calls me a debtor. My home state says I paid child support, and I did. At least they took it from me. And that is the just thing to do. Payroll deduction, just like taxes, comes right out. Got a letter one day, said my obligation has been fulfilled. 6 months later, state of Georgia said I owed them $57,000, back child support. I fought them, sent them a copy of the letter showing that I had paid my support. They threatened, we'll take your driver's license. When they take your license, they screw you right into the ground, right where you stand. Designed to do one thing, bring you to your knees. Knew I was in real estate. I'd take your real estate license. Your right to work. My home state says I paid. And I did pay. I asked my home state, what did you do with my money? You took it. Didn't you send it? No help. I ended up losing my license. Both of them. That's what made me penniless. I'm not pure white. But I'm not a bad guy. Sarah Nicole, day you were born, I cried like a baby. I was so happy. tears of joy. The day you were stole from me, I cried like a baby. The tears of pain and sorrow. I've lost everything in my life. Everything. Except 3 pictures of you. And that makes me the luckiest man. Luckiest man. Because I never lost your pictures. I have them right here in my cabin. Hang on. Here's one of them. Here's one of them. That's my baby daughter. I'm such a lucky, lucky man to have this. My baby daughter. You were so pretty. So cute. My whole life. It's been so many years ago. I never got to be a father past 2.5 years old in your life. Not one day has ever passed between then and now that I haven't thought of you. I tried to find you twice, and I started thinking, do you want to know me? Or would you rather not? I don't want to intrude on your life. It causes more problems.
I'm after the bear today. Ticket I need meat. Because later on, when I get up to the top where that bear's den is, I ain't gonna be talking. I'm gonna be hunting. I'm really hoping that bear's in its den.
In the 4th year, I was attacked by a bear. I have scars on my arms, my chest, my left shoulder, scars in my mind. Before I could even think, he had tackled me and I was flat on my back and he was standing right over me. And I got my knife out. I wasn't even looking where I stabbed. Totally lucky. Every animal has a windpipe. At the base of the throat, of course, they're built differently than we are, but at the base of the throat, the knife went in all the way up to the hilt. And it just right in to the windpipe. And he coughed, and then he coughed again, and I got sprayed with blood right in the face. Previous to that, he had been growling, and he quit growling immediately when I stabbed. There's one there. There's one. There's one. There's one. This one's real jagged, and there's one up here. And I've got them across my chest, and one that goes all the way basically from here all the way down. You can see a couple of short ones there. Lucky that it was so cold, because my blood basically froze in my clothing, and in essence scarred itself with frozen blood, so I didn't bleed out. I'm sure of this, that if it was spring, summer, or fall, I would have laid there and bled out. I don't doubt that at all.
Here's the snag he was in. Of course, the one that got me. He was out walking around midwinter thaw. And that air hole. That'd be just about what his breath would create. Sniff it out. Not home. Jeez. Great. Well, why sit here and whine? I better get down a hill. No bear meat, girl. Sorry.
I've been having my black nightmare. That's when the bear was attacking me. I wake up yelling and my voice is trashed. I sweat real hard. The next day I've got a real bad headache.
You can see right here, my ears. It's snowpack. That's where your feet were. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And look up there. I didn't mark the year on that one. That's 10 feet, 11 inches. Call it what it is, 11 feet off the ground. One of my favorite trees here. Come on. Come on. Hi. You good girl. Dog. Time to get back in there. Finished ticking my breakfast. Beans and rice this morning. You want in? Good girl.
Christmas morning. Sunrise is just touching the top of the trees on the west ridge. The sun is just beginning to peek over the eastern ridge. It's windy today. It's chilly.
I have a copious amount of Christmas trees for sale, already flocked for next season.
This is my mistress. She is so beautiful. Morning, noon, or night. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. I'm captivated by her beauty and mystified by her stark loneliness.
Poverty with a view. I meant to tell you, Tick came in. She's got a bloody nose. She got bit by a rat. We've got another rat problem, she and I do. This one's a big pack rat. I've got traps out for it, and one of them has been sprung.
Look at this, baby girl. Look at this. Yeah. 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 What we're going to do here is we're going to skin it. And gut it. And it's not that big. But we need meat. We need meat. So, here's my cleaver. Get it. That rat. I was really hoping to have a nice roast of deer or a nice elk steak for Christmas dinner. But I guess that's what this is going to be. Here. Take it. Just do this real quick. I can throw this in the stew pot. I don't really like them that way, but better yet, over an open fire on a skewer. That's the best way to eat rat, that's for sure.
Cold, wet, miserable. Tick. I hope she's not sick. She was shivering today when I came back in to stoke the fire, and it feels so good right now. This time of night, I've been out in the cold all day. I get in here and cook our dinner, and we've eaten and cleaned up after it. I've got my chair. Best $10 I ever spent, because I'll tell you what, sitting right here with my head against these logs, my back against these logs, on a round of firewood, got real old real quick. If you've ever sat on a piece of wood like that, try doing it for your relaxation, and that's all you got. That first winter, that's all I had. It was better than sitting on the floor. Break time. Every night when I sit here in the dark, long dark nights of deep winter, thoughts come easily to mind. And there's always the question marks that come with them. And there's very rarely an answer. I'm tired. I say goodnight and goodbye to this year. This year has not been a good one. When I find the shadowed and lonely trail to sleep tonight, when I awaken in the morning, this year will be yesteryear with a new opportunity. I hope my kith and kin that live under the bridge have new opportunity. The men and women, especially the babies, the children that call the bridge home, I hope their lives change. I hope mine changes. Good night and goodbye to this year.
Walking down to the ye old water hole. Already been down twice this morning. Oh boy, is this snow bright. Isn't this a beautiful day? Look at that.
It was good and cold this morning, -9. That's the coldest it's been this year. The absolute coldest I've seen is -38. That was several years back. For thousands and thousands and thousands of years, this time of year has been known as the starving time. Before the heat of the sun could wake the earth up, bring forth food, and the game come back in the mountains. The deer and the elk, they're not going to wade through 5 feet of snowpack. They can't. So it's starving time. For me too. I have no idea what I weigh right now, but it's a whole lot. Omar the tent maker. I mean, really, it's baggy. Anyway, and holy. They've been blessed. They're holy. Does not look good. Everything I've got is showing age. Everything I've got is been blessed. It's holy.
I can see how thick the ice is. It's about 2 foot thick here. Down to where the water's at.
I've come out in spring very hungry. That first year I lost 80 pounds. Got something to show you here. Splitting up some wood here.
There's one. There's another one. Another one. Small one there. There's 3 more.
I guess it's coming down to that. There's one right there. I have tried them. There's actually quite a bit of protein right there. Pure protein on the hoof. Found 4 more of them. I tried it before. I tried cooking them, boiling them for a little while. I think that made them worse. Raw is the way to eat them, I believe. Just throw them and pop them in the mouth and then don't even chomp, just swallow. There's quite a mess of them there, really. I don't know what the U.S. Department of Agriculture would say the serving size is, but anyway, Tick and I will split this.
Really getting worried about the food. Go run the trap line. Let's go. Tick and I sure could use a hare. I sure wish we had one right now. So does Tick. Both our bellies are growling. I swear. Hers louder than mine. She's hungry.
Tomorrow is going to be a cob day. No rice and beans. Tick doesn't like it. Well, I don't like it either, but it's food in the belly. And again, it's belly cheater, but she knows. She's been with me ever since I became homeless, and we've been homeless together all these years. She knows that whatever I cook, that's it. So eat. Put something in the belly. Dog doesn't do real good on grain. It really affects her. She loses her stamina, her ability to ward off the cold, and strength to, like last night, fighting coyotes of the pack, and a cougar, a bear, a pack of wolves. She's gotta keep her strength up, and I'm not able to feed her right. What I'm doing here is I'm grinding cob into meal. It's corn, oats, and barley. It's horse feed. I got it left over from when I had my horses. Things are getting really tight, and what I'm doing is I'm grinding it in a meat hand grinder, and I'm making fry bread out of it. You can see I've already been working. And this is just what I'm doing to get by, to stretch food. 1 year, Tick and I, this is all we had for a month and a half. And I gotta run it through here 3 to 4 times to get it down to a rough consistency. And I just keep on going back through it. The better you break it down, the more you'll be able to have rise with it. And it says cornstarch, but that's a lie. It was cornstarch years ago. But what it is, it's just ash out of the wood stove. It's called white ash. Instead of baking powder, baking soda, that's soda ash. This is just the pine and fir and spruce ash. That's my leavening. I love my salt on my meat especially, and I don't have much meat this year. Pretty quick here. I'll get the first batch in and see how it's going to be. Well, I know how it's going to be. I put a lot more white ash in it, and maybe that's why it's rising so good. But yeah. I'm going to go ahead and stand up and do this. It's a real thick batter. I don't know. I'm not a baker. I'm not a bread baker, that's for sure. But I can make bread from scratch, even grinding my own grain up. So that's that. And now I'm going to be watching you, so you watch them. And when you see them cooking up real nice, baking up real nice, tell me. Hot. Ooh. Good and hot. Tea. Yeah. Cob fry bread. Been 5 years since I've eaten it. Here. It's not, eat. It's not what you would call a delicacy.
Tick and I need meat in our bellies. No luck yet. Not even any fresh tracks. Hopefully, we'll come across something. Lots of blowdown. Elk and deer can seemingly fly right over this stuff. Human beings gotta snap, crackle, and pop. Almost impossible to put the sneak on an elk in this kind of country. A couple hours later, haven't seen any fresh tracks at all. Oh, great. This is bad news.
Back when I was a boy child, I used to watch Daniel Boone and Grizzly Adams on TV. It was my boy's dream to be as they were. Of course, way back then, with the mind of a child, I didn't plan and forecast failure and homelessness for myself all those years later.
Look it out there. That's how much snow has fallen. 12 and 1/2 inches so far.
I've been doing a lot of fighting with myself lately, and that's because I've been doing a whole lot of arguing with myself, and that's because I've been doing nothing but talking to myself. I got things on my mind. Tick and I don't want to leave. It's too early. We don't want to leave at all. Quite frankly, if I didn't need groceries, I wouldn't even consider going back down there. I need whatever job I can get. I'll do whatever I can get. Hello, remember me? Tell your wife to let me in and I'll scrub the toilet bowls for $1. I'll do anything. As long as it's moral and legal and ethical. I'll do anything for $1. I don't care what it is. I don't have any false pride about I'm this and I'm that. Yeah, the water that ran the mill yesterday. I used to run multi-million-dollar businesses in the automobile industry. I used to be a real estate broker after that. I used to be Chamber of Commerce and this and that and da. So what? Who cares? As if that's going to buy me a pound of flour today. Get out of here, you bum. I can just hear it now. We gotta leave tomorrow. The longer we go without food, the weaker we're gonna be, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts. A fool would set off, leave the cabin in the warmth of the fire on a 50-mile walk. If we weren't out of food, we wouldn't be leaving. This is the earliest I've gone down. Almost 4 years ago, I was attacked by a bear. I still wake up cussing the bear. Last night I had the black dream, the black nightmare. And it is a nightmare. I woke up screaming in the middle of the night, crying. And then I spent the whole rest of the dark hours of night cussing the bear for not doing his job. I survived that. To live like this. Well, here it is. Day of departure. About 5 minutes away from leaving. Gotta take one last look at the cabin. Here's where the snowpack sits around it. And this is the way we're gonna go, right up here. And wouldn't you know it, here it is, snowing. It ain't raining, at least. So much for sunny skies and smooth sailing, huh? I swear. Stay here and stay warm and starve, or leave and work and find groceries. 5 days of this is gonna be great. dream about a lot of things. Dreams are where you take your mind. Nightmares are where your mind takes you. Dream about having a tomorrow. Waking up, and it's tomorrow. And tomorrow, I'll be able to fulfill my promise to my baby daughter's picture. Homes for the homeless. My goal is 250 kids off the street, and I would buy 100 houses and give them to homeless families. That's one of my biggest dreams.
Here I am, my first full day of walking, and I am flat worn out. Pretty much snowed on and off all day long. Man, I'm so tired of this. I'm underneath these big fir trees. All these red firs in here. I've been breaking branches. And this is as simple as it gets. Ye old fire pit next to a tuft of grass to sit on. And I got a tarp with a chintzy summertime sleeping bag. But that's all I could carry. I guarantee my backpack, 90 to 100 pounds. Boy, did I mess up. Well, very next morning, here's what I woke to. Heavy ice storm. I have no idea how cold it is, but it is extremely cold. It is a very true statement when I say that I just experienced one of the worst nights of my life. All I did all night was shiver. I didn't get 1 minute of sleep. I've got my fire going now. Cold. Very, very cold. I gotta get this on the road. Can't even think straight. Bye for now.
Every time I go back down, I wear a sign on my back. That sign reads, "Homeless man, I am antisocial. I am also criminally inclined. You must not ever trust me. Always without fail, take the keys and lock the door, and never let me in." Some few people disregard that sign I wear, but most read it and believe it.
Now we were on the road early, and we stayed at it till about an hour ago. And I am real sore. My pack is weighing heavy on me, put it that way. 3 people have passed me all day. The reason I wanted to make it this far is right here. Yeah, you can hear it. It's a spring. Cold tonight. Already cold. I got my camp half set up. I got my fire going. I get my meal cooked and tick. Here you go. As soon as I get shelter up, she knows what it is. She makes herself right at home. You good girl. She's tired. I'm tired. We're both beat. Oh, it feels so good to get warm. At least this much of me. My hands are warm. I got water heating my meal. It's rice. Tick and I are here. We're a couple miles outside of town. I gotta get this camp set up and get some wood in. I got me one very nice blister. I'm extremely proud of it. 50-mile walk, wearing these heavy boots. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. I had enough to do going into town tomorrow and getting some groceries for Tick and I. I don't feel like walking another step, let alone 5 miles. I got a good fire pit built up here. Nice old log to sit my rear end down on.
I knew Dick and I'd be hungry when we come down. Not have a paycheck yet. Tree I'm squatting under.
Last year I stuck $31 there. That's all I had left there. I just stashed it. Crevice in the deep bark. That fire feels so good. It's cold. I swear I've been cold. Seems like forever now. Frozen ground is a cold, hard bed. Every night all I do is lay and shiver, and shake and quake all night. The gloom of dusk is beginning to capture the forest. The night birds are starting to sing. The geese down there in the valley, they're talking. That is nice color. Usually you don't see color like that. Almost looks like the forest is on fire, doesn't it? Whatever it takes to make enough money to buy my year's supplies. 100 pounds of rice, 100 pounds of flour, and beans, some coffee, some sugar, some salt. Get it all put together and get myself a ride back up to the trailhead. Go back home. Okay, time to go get water. Let's go. This way. Go get a drink.
Last time you were here, this was all 4 feet down under snow.
It's so nice to be back. Nice, clean, fresh. Even now, cold. I've been working real hard getting the wood in and other things, getting myself moved back out here.
It takes all of spring, summer, and fall just to get ready for the winter.
Now it's time to start working some wild edibles and medicinals and things like that. This is what they call white top. But if you take this and boil it and mash it, it makes a real good wound wash. I've doctored Tick and myself with this stuff before. This is what they call wild onions, right there. Right there. Chomp chomp. Red clover makes good tea. And clover like this, that'll make you a pretty good salad. Wild strawberries. That's my favorite. That's a good sized one too. And they're ripe. Yesterday I was picking some. This morning I was picking some. Delicious. This is what they call wild mountain field mint. It's supposedly a cross between spearmint and peppermint. I harvest this and let it dry out real good, and it makes good tea. And we're gonna be fetching some in. Absolutely beautiful out here. It's got to be close on to, I'm gonna say it's 1:45. Coming on to, there you are, come on. Come on, let's go. Tired, real tired. What we're gonna do is take a break, midday break off the hunt. One spark, one hit, and you got good fire.
Where do the indigent go to be buried? Certainly something people don't think about. One of the reasons that I chose living here in the wilderness instead of under the bridge is because when I die, I don't want to repose in Potter's Field. Coroner comes and picks you up out of the alleyway, and you get put into a van with all the other indigent people. And two guys drive you to Potter's Field and back up to the hole. No, not for me. I'm out here. If the big sleep comes, I want to wrap myself around one of these trees and let my nutrients go back to the earth. When you are homeless, you live on a one-way street. There's lots of ways in, but only one way out. And that's the total cessation of life. The absolute and undeniable end of the road. Just like the deer that falls on the ice of a lake, a hoofed animal has zero traction on the ice. It tries and tries and tries to get back up until finally it realizes that it can't. Then it stops fighting to survive and lets what's coming come. The total acceptance of the inevitable and the unavoidable.
Oh, man. Tired. I gotta admit, I feel like joining her down there. Matter of fact, I have laid down, right down in there. And I passed out, listening to the water talking to the stones in the creek bed there. How right the world is without man's destructive influence. How peaceful.
I don't know if you can hear that. She's dreaming. Borderline growl, so I'll say not a dream. That's a nightmare. She got into it. That's something that I wanted to talk about. When we were at the far end of the trap line, there have been coyotes around about half of this week. The past 3 days, there's been coyotes. The pack went through. They were right out here, not 10 feet past this window right here one night. And luckily she was in. Or she'd have been in a fight for sure this year. And this is the first year she hasn't been in a fight. Knock on wood.
See your permanent tear? And see these white specks? Come here, baby girl. You good girl. The white specks is where the fangs have torn through. You can see those. And you can see her white scar there. And of course, it's haired over. You good girl. You good girl? Thank you.
Canis latrans. I got a coyote in one of the traps. Where's Mama at? I see you there. Bet you she's right back in there somewhere. Well, yeah, there it is. Oh, it's a small one. This year's pup. I know Mama's somewhere around here. All right. Well, at least you'll be tender meat. You didn't go on my mint, did you? No. Yeah, yes, you did. Damn, mint. Get off my mint. Well, that would sure be a strange cup of tea.
Old Mikey and Tick went shopping today, and what we paid with is our labor.
We'll get her cooked up here. Salt helps. Not bad, even if I do say so myself. This is good eating, especially when you got a hungry belly. Of course, I got my rice and beans and flour right now. But if I eat nothing but that right now, I won't have anything in the winter, like last year. I'll run out. So you space it out with meat. And meat is meat. I got my water heating, so I can shave and clean myself up.
Tick and I are both awake. It's maybe an hour before dawn, I think. Over half an hour ago, heard a baby elk scream out, and it was a death cry. All the other cows took their babies away, except the one mama. She stayed and kept on calling for baby. Mama's been calling for it. Coyote packs telling her to stay away while they eat. You can hear Mama.
Let's see what we got here. I wanted to use it to show me where the baby elk's at. Lots of... Oh, ooh. Ooh. Coyotes don't bury it. I'm gonna say bear or cougar. That's for sure. And look at it. This is where it made to kill. Good girl, you found it. Yep. You're a fresh kill, all right. I'm kind of leery to put my rifle down, because this is something good sized, moving that much meat up here. But something took you. Set my rifle down. Like I said, I'm leery about it, but I don't see anything in the trees. A cat. All right. Oh yeah, hindquarters are good. Little boy. You hear me, girly girl? I'm just gonna keep on talking to you. Yes, whatever did this, we don't want coming back, do we? I certainly would never kill one of these. A baby. Not a baby, but close enough. Yeah, you're a good girl. You keep your eyes open. We don't want whatever made this kill coming in here, do we? So you just stay away, bear or cougar. There's something right back up in them trees. Can't believe this. Oh, there's the heart. Heart's in good shape.
You see that? This is the absolute finest cut of meat on an elk. On anything, matter of fact. Mm.
Man, I can still taste that heart. Okay. Oh man, I got a lot of cleaning to do. But guess what? Dick and I got meat.
Here's the two front quarters are hanging here. I had to bring them inside. The flies are already just all over them. I got the two hindquarters cleaned up and put in bags, game bags, and hanging in my tree.
I'm cutting it into jerky strips. And don't tell Tick. Do not tell Tick. But this is going to be hers. Her jerky. She wouldn't like to know that she's getting second quality meat here. But this is the stuff that was kind of gnawed on and fang hole right there.
Let's see. I'm going to say, boys and girls, 93, 94 degrees. Got my tools pretty clean. You gotta dump this water again. And that's clean. Compared, that's clean. But what I got off those two front shoulders, and that's what's left of the bone pile, Tick will end up getting those. So I got my jerky hanging, but I got 7 racks of jerky. The 2 back straps I cut up for meat. Tick and I are gonna gorge ourselves. Just let it slow cook. Got them rocks heated up real good, and just slow bake oven. Tonight for dinner, man, it was delicious. I ate both the tenderloins, and they were good size too, real good size, and a big hunk of backstrap. That's all I had for dinner. It's been about 2 years since I've had elk. I'm keeping an eye on Tick. She don't need to get into it with a bear. Do you, baby girl? Ma, you oggy doggy. Ooh, the tickers. You got a full belly, don't you? Yeah, oh yeah, you got one of your legs. Yes, you do. You good girl. You good girl. You good girl. She's gonna chew on it. You good dog. The heat of last night's fire, which was short, and this morning's fire, which was short again. It's drying it out real good. This side's still moist. And of course it'll take 3-4 days. It's still moist there. But that's how we do it. You gotta make sure that it gets air and dried all the way around. Anyway, enough for right now. Tick and I, looking at our 9th winter here. It's a better life than under the bridge, in the defunct factory, in the dark alley, behind the dumpster, that my kith and kin lived through. Much better life. I know that. 100% for sure. Never thought about it until this past winter. How long I would be here. One of those questions that I was asked. How long do I think I'll live here? You know, let's get real. That means how long do I think I'll live? Best guess, huh? How about 8 years? Well, it's already been. Already been that. So something more than that, huh? Something more than that.
My door. I've got a door. It's better than a door of a tent. And it's better than the lid to a dumpster. Without one doubt in my mind. I'm sure of that. Just like this camera, running out of time. Everybody runs out of time. When that time comes, since I have obviously failed to live well, I promise myself that I will die well. Whenever it comes. You got my word on it. It's a beautiful day. I think Tick and I are going to go for a walk. We could both use it. Thank goodness for that little elk. Thank the bear for providing that meat. Yeah, right there. It's a good sized chunk of meat, too. That's the last chunk of fresh meat. The rest of it's into jerky. This is entertainment for Tick and I. Going on a picnic. Just taking a few hours and doing something other than staying around the cabin. But everybody needs a break from work, and I don't have a phone to talk to anybody. I don't have the internet to play with. A cell phone. Everybody's got one of those, except me. A radio, a TV. 8 full years since I watched TV. There's my radio. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. My life out here is reality. Yeah. I've lived here longer than I have lived anywhere else. Built my cabin 8 years ago. See, I'm stuck. Stuck here. Stuck in today. Over 8 years now, it's been today. I don't know what I've done. Maybe in some previous life I was some kind of a low-life. Maybe I'm supposed to end up out here. Anyway, I've just about given up on tomorrow. Ever seeing it tomorrow. Well, I'm living as I can. Best I can. Give it the best effort. And go from there. What's your bread? You know Daddy loves you. My companion, my pet, my friend, and my family. Kind of got a mindset of talking to somebody. Like right now,
talking about the future. And when you get these cameras, you'll be listening to the past. Back to my lonely life. The big lonely